defense, how they're going to utilize the aggression. On the other side of
they
things,
won
though,
versus Boom. That wouldn't be Boom won at Toronto. Fnatic on defense, K-Corp on attack.
But I'm excited to see Aves. I think we saw him last week. Fantastic individually as well. There is that aggression.
Ooh,
and there is
Kayak though. Yeah, just one extra bullet on this guy. 13 HP, and maybe it's a different round. But
we saw a lot. If you were watching the last series, Benji picking it back up with an ace in their opening round. Well, it's the Ghost that reigns supreme in that battle. The numbers for Fnatic
Kayak on pistol, yeah, he's just insane, isn't he?
2, but they've got the wrong read. They're taking this
towards the A side,
towards A. Stacking up the numbers. I don't mind.
And this is like the two best agents in
together
Afterplan.
with that man advantage with Kayak so desperately low and a nade still to play with, but it's shaping up to be a retake of the B site. KC are going to walk in and find that nobody's home.
But now that Fnatic has picked up a Sheriff, he looks like the ultimate pistol raid boss. He's got a full belt of utility and a Sheriff to play with. And as we know, those sensors can be a little bit rough, at least when it comes down to holding on to the lurks. But when it comes to the post-plant, they are fantastic. He's going to be able to buy an awful lot of time.
Oh, they want an extra kill. Might be a bit too greedy on this.
They're going aggressive, though. Elite, this is a nasty spot.
You want to get that util down. They're going to hear the TP. They know where they both are. He doesn't take the TP. He goes around the world. A pretty good play considering his HP. Might be able to get a kill with a surprise.
To play with and play off of. Immediately you can see that although the Thorns have been destroyed, the sensors now active for that run out of the spawn. They don't know about Kayak making his way in through hookah, but that reposition down to long.
This is to go get another pistol.
Yeah, he might have because the wall's so tanky.
Yeah, this is where the real problem
that's a great flash.
is brewing for the side of
they are playing against the Viper though, so this wall is going to go up at one point.
Broken through that wall as it fades and
it's not planted for them.
In the hands of Fnatic, as you said, it can do a lot in these rounds already. Dropping Kayak, who was desperately low, but Chronicle still on full health. He's putting the time on his side with a half defuse, but drops down behind him.
Okay, nice though. I mean, K-Corp in the 2v3 played it well. I don't think it's the right call from Fnatic with the agents that are alive to gamble here, but
success.
They want to play together.
In position. Like, they had so much info. They weren't worried about any spot because the sensor gave the game away. They also had the wall just buying so much additional time, and while from the top rope at the end, he'll even be there to close it out individually. We saw Fnatic at EWC actually have some pretty big games. I was impressed with his level. Like, a lot of the time you look at someone like him in terms of a leader, and you say, okay, he's going to have to focus on setting everybody else up, but I think it was in their opening match, he played incredibly well. So I think if he can keep that sort of level up, Sugetsu, we've already seen across the year what sort of level he can hit, but in recent times, it has been Aves. So he's the man I'm going to be focusing on, because I think when it comes from the Fnatic side, we know what we're getting. We have superstars. We saw it at Toronto, the performance of the likes of Alpha, Kayak, I think has really shown that he is a very valuable member of this team. But with KC, it's kind of, okay, what can they do, not just over this
Bacon,
next
yeah,
stage,
someone get Bacon out of here.
Now's the time to
he's actually a power abusing at the moment.
Test of their mettle down on that EMEA stage, a 1-0 start, and what should be an easy follow-up. They've got Stingers and the
K-Corp comp.
Nothing.
I have to, just out of principle, prefer any comp that doesn't have a Teo. I think this agent's so dead.
Bonus in the next, a slightly different look at the economy. We'll see how clean they can keep it, at least right now, very.
I think this is the thing, it's the numbers, the fact that the Stingers are going to move
as
one
interesting,
direct approach is necessary in a round like this.
On their buy rounds, they go for all Stingers, and then you have the Stingers. You have the Stingers for the next buy rounds, and then you save a bit of money so these guys can buy Stingers as well. And then you have the Stinger buy for your bonus. Wait, oh my god, they bought an op. I thought they were all going to buy Stingers, they bought an op.
A lot of money saved over, a lot of credits in the bag to the side of KC.
They stick it?
Yeah, I like the idea.
Honestly, no, the idea is really cool, Bacon.
Anywhere near as much variation in what teams are doing nowadays. Most
they got rid of the op, but then they buy guns behind it.
That's kind of what we get every single time. So I like the fact that KC are mixing it up,
1-6, 1-9.
and they feel very confident with those Stingers. Something that we've definitely started to see come over from America's.
There's some potential here.
The investment
I kind of like the idea.
Into that SMG.
It's definitely something that G2 could lean into.
The one under pressure. Ults are yet to really build up. Fnatic is the one who's closest. could get that annihilation online with an orb
Kafka, thank you
and
so
a
much for
plant.
the prime. Appreciate it. Yeah, you never know.
Time to put that drone out.
Especially on the bonus round.
Fair bit of information awaits it. Round it goes. 2 spotted. Orb taken on the side of
Chesify as well with the
KC.
prime. Appreciate the 4 months as well.
Just
Thank
one
you so
away
much.
from his ultimate being online. Annihilation could prove to be very useful indeed in a round like this. Kayak's ult already there to play with, and the showstopper pointed in the right direction. Definitely swing things even further in their favor. For KC, it's about finding opportunities.
Yeah, the
They fight
one
for
pass
long,
and
they
pressure
take the orb,
keeps
and now it's back
3
to this
over
A-side
towards
play,
him.
where Chronicle is the only man on site. You've got Crash, he's holding down that back
Looks like they're actually going to end over towards B. Wait.
Chronicle needs to get
Yeah,
something.
looks like they're going to end over towards B.
Punish that push in.
Dude, Spike's going super late here. They're going to be Xing through Hookro in 20
Looks like they're a little bit
seconds.
hesitant, maybe not spotting quite as much information as they'd
that
like,
little
but back to
show
B
of
they
the
go.
towards short though
Both
did
are
pull the
close. He's
rotate
got
out.
to be careful.
And
I
Boss
think he's
needs to
lost a lot
chill.
more control.
Yeah, dude, when he was out in the
Than
open there,
maybe
there's a
believes
small
with the
window.
Viper screen up.
Rotate comes in, got
Now gonna
solid
be
delay. They
slow
haven't
to
even
hold.
jumped out. 15 seconds
now as
left.
the push will
Razor.
eventually come through. A decent trade to start. Aves with one, but Boaster at the back of the site has done well. He's made sure this isn't going to go any further. The plant
I mean, you're
now
getting
has
spammed
to be
there.
stuck, and although Aves has hit the shot, it doesn't matter anymore. The round has already been lost. The time has already ticked, and Officer Getsu, I don't think he wants to save, and will eventually go down.
It was a bit of a overcut,
Solid work by
really.
Fnatic. It comes at the cost of an investment of the showstopper, but
I think the original plan was to actually go through TP to save time. They had to cancel on it, so they lost like what, 7-ish extra seconds? And then they got stalled by the wall and the
ideas
Teo.
that Fnatic have for his usage when it comes to that attacking side. I think it can be a
Okay,
little
well
bit
they got
more
2 kills,
obvious
so they could
what he's gonna
reset
do
2
with it.
people. Well, they
Certainly
can
in
reset
terms of
everyone, but
post
obviously there'd be 2 people that wouldn't be able to buy.
defense,
He put the
finding
flash
value
in
with
here,
this
and I
agent
see
is
Boaster
something that
spin
most
around
teams
looking
haven't
for
even
it. He
bothered
couldn't
to
find it.
attempt.
So they get the info that someone's over towards Hookah.
That's early.
Yeah, it was immediate. I guess trying to catch someone potentially in lamps. No, it's going to be
No, I
bouncing
mean,
to the back
there
of
goes
site.
one ult.
It had no impact at all. It hasn't forced anyone on Fnatic to move. It hasn't caught anyone either. I guess maybe just hoping that they'd have a read, but not the case this time.
I do.
Misclick. I mean, it seems super
Guys, you can
early.
spam him. Do you not see
I'm
him?
not sure that they saw the player close
see
left.
him.
Oh, and now they definitely
Guys, you
know,
can
but
spam
Crashy
this.
still gets his
Guys, you
one.
can spam this.
He needs the
Guys, you can
support
spam
here of
this.
Chronicle, and oh, he's there for a double. Crashies even goes pushing forward, and then, well, his hubris will be his downfall, but a 4 versus 2. That bathroom hold has certainly given Fnatic the upper hand.
The flank as well. Now the Vice wall is there to make sure that any further steps would
You
be
can't
a
spam that
problem,
medium.
but
You
it
can
does
spam that with
leave a
medium.
Gap
30 seconds left.
on the other side. That's one the Boaster is starting to push, starting to take space. Pretty much surrounded at this stage, and Mafia are even just going to sit around the edge of the wall. It's left all onto Elite, and I think honestly the only real plan is to try and save the gun bit. I don't think he knows how much space has been lost. Boaster is there behind. It is 4 players that survive for Fnatic.
Bit of a really rough one with K-Corp, considering both their ults into this. It's a big win for Fnatic.
I mean, that seems
I
to
wrecked it.
present
Thank you so
a
much,
big
bro.
danger
Thank you.
for them. You think about those players pushed up in back,
Thrash as well.
how easily they could be isolated. Yeah, Thrash then thrown through to clear them, not catching Crashies. Although he's baited out by the Yoru clone, he's still good for 1 with Chronicle coming in for the double. That went about as well as it could have. And a 2-2 start, but momentum
60%,
certainly in Fnatic's
nice.
favor, as is the economy. KC left back with a weak buy. Sheriffs, the Guardian, that's all they have to work with here. And no ultimates to try to bridge that gap. This will be a tough round to find value in. The stuns and nades sent through, good opportunity. Just off the utility for Fnatic, and it does some damage as well. The cross has now been made. KC are all the way in towards Lamps. They're being boxed in though, pushed on, and Chronicle and Crashies clean that up.
Yeah, I
Now
mean, they
they've got
did
the
good though.
spike.
It's delay over towards Showers crunch on this.
I think a lot of the danger also
Fnatic
gone.
are playing like I mean,
The Guardian
they're
of
buddying
Sugetsu,
really
the
well.
Spike also dropped. In maybe the worst position on the whole map.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty tough to claim back.
I don't know how you get that one back. I don't think they'll even try. It would just be about damage at this stage for KC. After a a solid start to this one with the pistol and follow-up. It's been anything but success thus far. The hope will be to at least drop at a weapon or two. It was 4 alive in the last round. 5 in this one would be a pretty damning position with the finances.
30 seconds
Fnatic
left.
being incredibly high. They haven't really had to use any ults. It was a showstopper they used a couple of rounds ago, but other than that, they're all building up. And while Elite at least takes one, it's 4 again for Fnatic.
Yeah, money is so high for Fnatic here. And then they're about to get their ult cycle. They can get that insane score here.
Well with orbs needed on KC to get any of those online.
And normally with this comp, most people kind of farm more on attack.
Especially when there's clear counters available to Fnatic on the other side. This wasn't a bad idea. The fact that they'd seen the push-up on Bath, the two-man stack there, you think this is going to be a little bit easier to claim space, and it certainly proved to be. The problem is what they did with that space, and as soon as Fnatic realized it, gave up Bath control, and came in to just box those players in.
It's always been good. Well, actually, that's a lie.
Spike, that was the end of it.
Everything after 2021 has been good.
Stumbled, but in a round where they didn't have a lot to work with. Now, they've got their weapons in hand and a much more direct approach. Again, taking advantage of that space that they've seen to be lighter for the defense. Fnatic will give up all control of plant found by KC early.
Always liked that A site executes. They're using the thorns for the back site. We've also seen that deadlock wall used in similar fashion.
Everyone plays over towards side because of Astra ult, but they're all in the same pause. And they have one flash from Martin to kind of swing when they want it.
With the Cosmic Divide, Martin
And
did
there
well
goes the
to hold
flash.
the line initially, but
You see, they're just all sitting in the same space.
3 in a matter of seconds.
Ooh.
And now one more comes up for Chronicle, but it's going to be left on to just the pistol.
That was nice. Shout out to Alpha for realizing they have the device or getting close to it at least and buying the shorty.
Yeah, you can take away his primary weapon, but he'll make it look easy anyway.
Well, the start of that fight went about as well as it could for KC. A Sonic Sensor tripped and a player stunned in the open. They needed someone on the side of Fnatic to step up. And it was Crashies to pick up. What a wonderful triple.
Lovely shots from him.
I'm glad we get this twice, because that is nasty. He just recovered this completely, and then even with the Steel Garden, like you said, you can play up close.
Your CC is going there. You like that?
You're ready for that fight, but the shorty catches them off guard. 4-2 on the side of Fnatic. Looking clean for these last 4 rounds. I wouldn't say unchallenged because it did need a big play from Crashies, but
the classic
they're
Viper
delivering when they need
setup.
to.
Every avenue.
I think
Alpha has his ult.
his ultimate being used and then getting halfway
and
back
I guess
to
he's
it.
going to do this one from bottom upwards. Trap him in here.
Immediate information already had.
And what, they're trying to tether to stick him? Yeah, I like
is
that idea.
available. And bear in mind that a B
Does look like K-Corp are pretty on top of this. They're sending the Omen. Sorry, they're sending the Yoru here so you can TP out.
It off behind them, which I would assume he would. Contact's actually being waited for by Crashies as well. They are getting close to that TP and it's going to have to be taken. Completely forced off the angle. I like the little addition of the grab wall, but none of the players deep enough. It does seem like KC was aware of that.
Okay, Yoru ult, and dude, this is a rough one for Chronicle. How's he going to play this? Saying
the
that,
waiting arms of Chronicle, who they're trying to spot out that dimensional drift running.
he's absolutely owned it.
Seen him.
Oh god, he's absolutely owned it. He's hidden. They've all pushed through. They're all 1 HP.
Now the cut off. Kayak had an aid in hand. Somehow still manages one and keeps on going. The site under Fnatic's control. A 4v2.
Yeah, he played that so well. They didn't find him at all with the Yoru.
Many of these rounds so far.
Pranto, thank you so much for the tier 1, bro. Appreciate the 5 months.
They're still stuck inside of bathroom. They're being spotted on the walkout. There's players ready to swing. There's barely any time on the clock. And
That's a lovely round to watch. Chronicle did insane.
Failing to punish him, came back to bite them.
Yeah, Fnatic put them in the box this round. You had the Viper's Pit immediately down, holding down to that short A position.
Oh, that's nuts.
I mean, all of their HP's coming through here, and there's
the
just,
setup
they're
of
on
the
nothing.
Armageddon are ready and raring to go, so that, okay, we've forced them into a position where they can't go towards that A site without taking a big risk. Where are they most likely to push? We probably reckon towards that B long. Let's get the contact, let's force them back. And then the second Martin's gone back through the TP, he's like, well, I don't want to go all the way back over there and ult, so we're going to ult from here. They try and pressure through that setup, and Fnatic was just
perfect.
so ready
I mean, it was really
everything
nice.
that they threw at them. I think it is the main point to take a pause. And as you'll note, this is where Zysh is going to be doing most of the talking. The guy that does sort of lead the way with a lot of their attack sides, with the information he'll bring in. I hope he's got something, because the last 5 rounds, although I think there's been moments in them, that one wasn't. I think the couple before last also wasn't. It's starting to get, I don't want to say a little bit too easy, but Fnatic look very comfortable.
I think looking back at those replays as well, catching that kill from Chronicle's perspective, it was a spam off the mini-map. Kayak would have been dead to rights. There'd be an avenue then for them to take space outside of that
What's the update on the Baby Bay stuff?
And leave Chronicle in a pretty tough spot. The fact that he spams
Who's
through
talking about it?
a very low HP from the decay, Sadik
I
ends up
think
getting
Milan
dropped.
is going to be coach of the year.
Gives Kayak that little second win.
Nah, I think
And
with how spread out it
All
is,
these
someone
stats
else from
that
another
Casey's
game will
just
win.
been saying, Fnatic
I mean, honestly, the
it's like they
Vitality
win
coach from
60% of the
CS should just be
Gumby
winning
gun
it.
rounds. It's like they win 81% of 5v4. It's like Fnatic kind of good.
Who would have seen that?
They've just won
It's
everything.
crazy.
Telling the stories.
Wasabi with the Prime. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate that.
No, it is ultimately the strength of Fnatic is that they're good at almost everything.
They're good at the things you need to be.
Yeah.
You don't need to win a load of like low buy rounds.
Yeah.
If you're always
Oh,
on
that's
the...
a nice trade on this though.
What did he just get shot through? That must have been the back corner of the mid tube. That's disgusting from Sadak.
Cue it up for the replay, Andy. Thank you very much.
They found
Dude,
another one.
Alpha
as well.
has
This
to
starting get a little
go
bit shaky.
big.
Maybe we need their stats versus low buys, because those are starting to look a little bit better as of right now. Chronicle there to save them
Chronicle
at
in
least
his
to bring it back
own
into a
molly
2v2,
dueling
but he
out.
does have to be careful.
Spike planted.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
throwing
and
caution
Sadik
to the
manages
wind,
to pick
Tom.
up
He
one of
went
the
for that
guns.
fight through his own
They
snake
have
bite,
no
made
idea
himself
where
vulnerable, and still
Crashies
the
is
only
yet.
damage dealt is in
Crashies
his
does
own
get a
hand.
kill, he gets his
Let's
ult.
give them a chance here. 2 versus 2. Avez yet to retrieve a weapon as well on the site. Trying to play off that sonic sensor that's now destroyed. Jump out. Delayed a moment by the net thrown in. Sadic's buying
Oh, they
them
know
a
both
lot
now.
of time. Pressure's now on. They need to get out of here. And as they do, Sadik is ready and waiting. They've spotted him to reveal. As he breaks, it gives away his position. And Avez left with a pistol in hand, but time on his side. He wants
No
to
way.
survive, but
Time?
Crashies from up top takes
It's
him out,
unlucky
but
from
not
Crashies.
quite in time.
Very nice from
The
K-Club. They
clock,
hit some great shots there.
Fnatic's enemy, we've seen this before. And KC winning out the pay safeguard thrifty.
Yeah, it feels like that was Sadak trying to prove that he could out-rat the rat. So that's what Fnatic were always good at, was those disgusting little post plants. And I feel like his utility, like you look at the
shot is-
scoreline and see that he's currently 4 and 7, but you look back to the rounds that they've won, and it has been his post plant utility that have just caused so many issues for them.
Nice, Hassim! Bro, I whipped everything, Hassim.
It's all right, and that's wrong.
That's alright. You hit a great shot to entry
5
though.
to 3.
Crashy still has all. Where's the money at?
Back to the
One.
buy rounds. That's where
Sure.
Fnatic
Fish
do their
all
best
to
work with a
take.
couple of
Oh wait, he's
ultimates
actually
to
committing
play with.
sight.
One of them already thrown in immediately just to clear in towards this
This
A
is
side.
a straight up
lot
hit
of
on
the
this
time
one.
you see
2-person
players
rotate.
bring
We
the
see a
thrash
drone that
back,
goes all
but
the way through so they can fast flank, but there is a
Avez.
Vice wall, so we need to see if Vice stays alive.
Hits it all the way. And he did
Crashies
send
might have
Chronicle
another good ult
wrapping
here.
around. Chronicle
So many
now
people that
forced
he
to
would get.
reposition towards Lamps. Gonna have an opportunity in a second. Tries to play through.
That ain't gonna work, mate.
And that's our utility, but the salvos won't stop him. Sagetsu's down. In goes the Nightfall. Elite tagged up. They know exactly where he is, but running through that wall presents a pretty big risk. It's not just Elite, but you can see Avez on the mini-map is holding that as well. They didn't need to worry about spawn with the wall up, but now it's wide open. That spam desperately close.
Okay, Alpha went all the way around to hide the
Claim
wall.
kill, and the advantage sitting
got a
with
kill on
KC
Sadak,
as
yeah.
time continues to tick. That flank up from Alpha grabs them one, but he's put to bed immediately, and then Elite chimes in with more. Kayak's been good, but this might be a little too much. One pick gives him the showstopper. But the time here, the biggest issue, clearing out 2 players will be.
Why would you play like
He
that?
gets them though!
Oh my god, why did
It
they do
looks
that?
like just in time. A mistake by KC to give him a chance.
Well,
Yeah, a Red Bull clutch, but one that I felt like should have been impossible. Like, if they just sit back, play the
their
time,
time's low.
they utilize what's already on their side, it feels like KC has that round, but I guess having itchy feet, wanting to try and get the job done, and while I think just a little bit disjointed, like Martin jumps across, and I think was it the swing from Elite just wasn't quick enough.
With me.
I like the kind
really odd decision on that one.
Them to sit down.
Comes a little
I'm
costly.
not getting on my chair for you guys.
Not worth it.
Everyone
That's a round win
buys.
for KC when they had Sheriffs
Apart
in
from
their
Martin.
hand, but a big loss here. That should have been their round. Even giving them the 1 pick is ambitious. That's the showstopper online with 8 seconds or so of a gap to play with. But both swinging
Nice
and
shot.
both falling.
Dude, my Astra's
That's
fast
something that's going to be
contact
hard to
here.
reconcile. Now, they have lost Boaster right away, and Alpha fails
I
on
mean,
the
these
trade.
Boasters feeling it.
Damage done to Sugetsu, but an advantage for KC in a round like this, that is so valuable.
Okay,
And again, who's next?
They've been investing into this Sugetsu Guardian a couple of times. You can see why. Always been good for the headshots.
He has his ult if he kills it.
Position has the showstopper as well. Doesn't manage.
Yeah, he did
to
great
actually
damage
clear
though.
out
12
anybody
and
else.
5.
Just going running through the nade. He done so much damage as they look to try and
Sorry,
cross
12
into
and
the site,
60, they went
but
through wall.
neither of them are kills.
Fnatic survived that showstopper with a sliver of HP, and that gives him enough room to put the net up to get this wall as well. Him
Here come the
surviving that
sensors.
engagement is massive.
Vesno
And with the
just
sensors
absolutely
added
sent
into
it.
this becomes a very difficult retake. Sure, there's damage done, but Avez, one of the players that's low, now has an op in hand, so he'll be able to trade with you shot for shot and still come out on top. This might just be a save for Fnatic. An immediate response from KC. The sensor destroyed, but the player's now ready to swing, and in goes another net.
There you go
Ramses
again.
Again, the player to try to bail them out. He comes damn close, but Avez still drawing breath. 2 players to work off that spike, and the op trained
very
in on the
nice.
angle will claim the round for KC.
I mean, this is pretty much just all
Post-spawn is
Sugetsu
so
though, winning some
hard to
duels.
beat. Like, we
Probably
mentioned
the last round we see
utility,
Fnatic
but I
try
also
something
like
super
the fact
aggro.
that Elite's Thorns are irritating, but his flash more so. Like, he always times it incredibly well just to make those pushes back into the site that little bit tougher, while the risk of playing through that utility definitely paying off, but a lot of it just came down to some brilliance from Sugetsu. Winning both of those opening fights made it so much easier for them to continue into that round. A fourth.
His bind attack
Probably
side
quite
or
needed
defense
one, but
side,
we've
it
seen
depends
how
on the
clean
comp.
those 5 rounds were for
Like honestly,
Fnatic. They
Fnatic
still
probably
a
have
buy
enough
here.
rounds.
And sure, there's a judge.
And I know it's hard to play against
But I
this
feel
on
like that's a
defense,
choice
but
rather than
when
a
there's no
necessity.
Viper, just defaulting B is so easy.
Yeah, it can certainly give you opportunities.
Okay.
Spray through from Chronicles, good. He's found one from the TP. Can't get out of there. The spam's almost taken down. That's canceled the play through. There was a snake bite down, a judge on the other side, but now they might have to fight for this. It's just going to go for the cross. Luckily, that orb giving him the cross for free.
Little
No spams
crunch.
to take him down. Fnatic gets
What's
a
the,
reset and keep this 5v4
okay,
going.
no
The
ult's ready
judge
for
will
this.
hold on to control of Hookah for quite a while.
It's not, unless he's somehow going to go to the other side of the map and get into lamps. There's not really anywhere else I want to see that judge. It's not a great weapon of choice at range. KC have paused. They've slowed. And actually, Martinez just donked Kayak. A huge pick to take. Definitely making things a
really
little bit
good
more
shot.
tentative for Fnatic. They have to potentially go searching, try and figure out where this push is coming in, otherwise they will have a
30 seconds
disadvantage.
left.
The thing that worries me though, Mitch,
Dude, I
They're going
think
back
Boaster
towards
might
the
have a
judge.
good go at
See it
this.
though.
Now they know.
Yeah,
They've seen that
seen
weapon
it.
in his hand.
Stay
He
strong,
bails
Boaster.
out.
Stay
Boaster
strong.
Giving up the space. Where will he find a
No.
play with this? In fact, he's in the open. Martin doesn't
That's a
even
hold
need
your
a
ground.
flash. He knows that that's not a fight that Boaster can take, but time
Holy.
is slow, dropping the spike here. Could have given them the edge that
Oh my
they
God,
need.
wingman.
That wingman
Oh my
is
God.
vulnerable.
The spike
6
goes on
seconds,
top.
the
The
flash
spike
goes
goes on
out.
top.
They're gonna go for it now.
I
There's
don't think they have time.
time.
There's no way.
They would have to
There's no
chase
way.
Gravity
Oh my God, how are they
down.
losing
He's
some of these
out
rounds?
here. A Red Bull clutch.
How are
from
they
Crushes.
losing some of these rounds?
Not even need to
I
fire
can't
a
believe what
bullet
I'm
in
watching.
That last fight. That is a blunder from KC.
Was it a clutch or was it a throw? that felt like
I
one of those
mean,
rounds
yeah.
that, like, every time it looks like KC are going to get themselves back into the game, they just do something a little bit silly.
I know,
Like,
they-
just
they-
like
they have
the
some of them.
2v1 swing onto a player that you knew exactly where he was. The plant where you could have just put it safely into the tube that
Dude, he
you know
missed
is
the
clear.
F key as well to
And
pick
it's
it
up
up.
top as well, so
Oh
they
my
have to
God, he
jump
missed the
together.
key to
I
pick
don't
it
think
up.
the second to
I
realize.
don't think it made that much of a difference.
If it was
I'll
on the
be
floor,
honest.
they might have been able to stick it.
Maybe. But even then, if it's coming down to that, that's just silly.
Definitely.
They didn't need to plant there. I think it was just muscle memory. But yeah, a couple of errors that have given
Wingman losing
Fnatic at
another
least the
round.
lead
I
of
mean,
the
I've
half.
lost count these days.
If history is correct, it's always been their attack sides that have been better. for KC. I think it's going to be pretty important, even just to recover, so they get this last round of the half.
They need this 5th. This should have been a real opportunity to put it neck and neck at the half.
Ooh.
Now they fight up against the
Like the
Vipers
idea.
mid towards that A side. Passive play by
I like the
Kayak.
idea.
TP's
I have
taken,
no idea
but
what Sadak's
Crashy's
doing, but
taking the life of Sadak. His utility's been a big part. Taking some control. Spike's going back. They're not committing the bath. This is a wrap to B, thankfully. If they were playing mid through that pit, this round's already over, but they've made the right read. Problem is, unless they go through long, all through long, they will have to contend with this judge again, and this time, no dimensional drift to clear him out.
Left.
If anybody headbutts it, they'll be dead.
yeah, with the orb they get Fischl,
Guard,
and they got
yes.
Visor as well. Visor close to lose the
Right,
guns,
he's gone from one
and
shotgun to
Fischl
another.
kind of locks them in.
Now it's shorties, 2 shorties.
Really, really nice from K-Corp.
Great
Time
work
is low
from
again
Elite.
though. How are they
He's
going to
gonna
lose this
remove
one?
the danger, but there is still other dangers to be had. Have to clear out Kayak, and this time
Spike
they will
planted.
plant, thankfully. A 1 versus 3 for Chronicle. There's nobody
they
else
did
you'd
it.
want, but Elite has done the damage in
Chat,
this
I
round.
think it
3
should have been
kills to
7-5
give
the other
KC.
way.
I'd say a
Fnatic will take
well-deserved
this.
5th.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, good read on the Steel Garden going through there. If that was a
This should be
judge,
pretty
Elite
interesting.
is dead
You
for
would
rights,
imagine
but he gets
Fnatic
to double the space that they
have a
need for
plan of
plant, and luckily,
defaulting over
time
towards
wasn't
B
as
just
hard
purely
against
because
them
there's no
this time.
Viper Wolf. So
For Fnatic, though, 7-5.
Less
Gifted
vision block.
that round towards the end of the half. This could be anyone's game.
Yeah, of course. Now going into the halftime. Let's hear from Kayak and his thoughts on his performance at Masters Toronto.
When it comes to my performance,
Good
at
half.
Toronto, it's just, I had a bit higher expectations, but
I get
when
that.
it comes like, was a lot of things that happened. Like I got sick a couple of times, then some other problems, and when it comes like all together, I think I did good. So I'm
comes
happy.
a slow half from Fnatic. That's true actually. Fnatic need to kind of speed up a little bit because they're playing against a Vice Deadlock. So in theory their cooling style might not or might struggle against
this
this.
year maybe. It was just to get the trophy, and we got
We'll see.
EMEA in theory.
Especially if they hold on to that
after placing second,
Deadlock
I think
wall.
in Toronto we can make international trophy. So I think getting trophy, and yeah, I think just performing well and getting used to the stage and the environment and stuff in the VCT, because it's my also first year. So I think just getting used to the stuff and hopefully win.
Well, his performance here has certainly been admirable.
player on
coming out of that
Fnatic
first
having
half,
sickness,
13
yeah,
and
who
7,
would have
but
thought?
between him, some big
Part of
rounds
the,
from Crashies. Even one
part
more
of the
he
course
didn't
these
need to
days.
get kills. The stats don't reflect
Dude, why
that.
have they got this?
And Chronicle leading the charge in some of those defensive
that's
rounds.
so funny,
Fnatic
man.
have certainly looked good. A lot online for them here. And I think this is where
He's
I look
got a
towards the
picture of
Tahoe
him and
as having a
Crashies
lot of
behind
value
his
for them to
monitor.
use, whether it's in clearing those corners or in those post plants. Certainly something that KC won't have cracked much against recently.
Well, yeah, we always knew this team for like the cross-map Viper lineup that would clear out B long, but ultimately with Teo you can do that at a click of a button. Plenty more. Also having that drone. It could be potentially just not wanting to play some of the other agents within the pool, not liking the Gecko, not liking maybe a Sova.
3-person,
For Alpha here, at least,
3-person push.
Feels like it would make sense.
And the double block is over towards A.
This is very aggressive.
When does
though.
Chronicle
KC
start
already
considering
taken
this?
an
I mean,
awful
already,
lot of ground,
respect.
and it is being watched for by Chronicle. They don't necessarily have that same flank protection. And while Martin, he's already been able to take him out.
Battle of the Sheriffs going their way. Wall will be broken. Not sure they'll follow up on it,
I
but
mean,
even
his
just
pre-aim can't
putting
be
those
anywhere
question
near that.
marks
That's
into
a
play.
nuts shot.
KC's head could be valuable. Rotation coming through from Aves after that B push. They just retreat.
It might honestly be the
More
best shot of the
normal
day.
So much util here.
Could be anywhere along
You've
this
got
line.
Wall,
He
you've
kills
got
the guy
Sensei,
for
you've then
this
got
corner.
the Arcrow's flash as well. Like, they're making a play through middle.
It's a
Feels
great
like
grab
a
there.
death sentence. Well, they are eventually going to try and make that
Ooh,
wall.
that's some chunky damage though. Yeah, they just
Flash
absolutely
from
owned
Aves
him.
as
30
well.
seconds left.
As Vice
We
doesn't
swing
find
when
them a
our
pick. In fact,
wall
the
is
lead
like
the
this
one
and your
foot
whole
in the
setup is
ground.
good.
Nice shot by Aves
What
though.
are they doing,
Evens up
dude?
the numbers, but he's trapped. Has to fight his way out of here as his teammates rally to his side. The push out of spawn, spotted by Boaster. They've got all the info now. taking these players down will be a different story. KC playing together, Sugetsu watching their back, and it's Boaster to fall. Numbers starting to fade on that attacking side, and no one to deny this defuse. They need to go.
Oh
they
my
need
goodness.
to go now. It's being diffused, and it's Gavin!
Holy, Kayak is so good on pistol rounds. Kayak is so good on pistol rounds. I have no idea what Elite's doing though.
From this man, as his performance continues to
Dude,
skyrocket.
I can't believe he got off. He had 2 people protecting him. That shot's nuts.
He could have. I think he could have.
Feels like he could, but I understand the decision. It's like you hear all the shots going off around you. You want to maybe try and help your teammates or think they're a little bit closer than they are, but it's another unfortunate round for
It would have been close.
KC. I feel like they played it well, but
1-1 on the pistols.
has been the death dealer again. 16 and 7. He was so quick in that first half to get the showstopper online. It seems like he's on for another halfway there already. Well, nothing invested into this round by KC. It's only going to be the util.
Sugetsu buying some stars. Smoke goes down. They get an orb. Now they fight for the space after. Firing squad awaits them. Not bad for Abez finding one, but when they go
He got
back
most of the
out,
kills.
there's still
Crashy's got a
plenty of
good
guns
amount.
trained in
They're
on
all
that
relatively
position.
even, close to their ult.
9-5 now for Fnatic. Orb denial in a way. Kayak didn't get any more at least, so he'll still be halfway to the showstopper coming into KC's first buy round.
This is where, if KC are going to have a chance in their map choice, you feel like the tide needs to change, but you do feel like there's a lot of potential for Fnatic. They've got a fair amount of weapons. Okay, as you mentioned, that no orbs going the way of Kayak means that none of the ults are particularly close.
What's the bonus, like 4
A lot
guns?
of utility to make
Chronicle takes the hit.
these fights
It's a
awkward.
great
I like
bonus.
the defensive side setup so far, but it didn't succeed. The majority of it has now been moved over to the other side of the map on B.
Yeah, I mean, that mini-map looks chaotic with all the utility
Yeah,
waiting
dude, this is a
towards the
strong
very
hold of
spot that at
Hookah.
least Chronicle is now approaching. He will back off. Doesn't know the danger that he's avoiding by doing so. TP sent through from Martin. He takes it early, actually. I thought this was to allow some.
Okay, so
slightly
they spot
quicker
one over towards the
rotations,
long. They
but
flash and don't have any, or don't
backing
spot
out of
anyone
that
here.
control
The
inside
pressure
of
does
Bath,
pull the
a wall
rotate
put
off
up
though.
in his stead.
Late wall over towards showers might
That's
own
going to
them.
last most of the round for
We'll
Fnatic.
see. Might be very
Get through that
disconnected
will
from
be
short
very
here in
costly
showers.
in terms of time, and I think that's what Alfier is doing now. He's going
Depends.
through to
Alpha's
clear
going
that
to spot
out.
it now, so you can start
Again,
shooting
with
this.
those
Isn't going to get
question marks up.
punished. Oh, that's the spike.
Already.
Oh, almost.
Does well, drops the
Holy bro, that's the worst gun into the buy round, and he's got 2 of them.
It didn't have a gun, but it doesn't seem to matter. That's the A site defense diminished. It was a heavy utility stack up on B and a heavy personnel stack up on A, but it didn't seem to matter.
Jesus.
This round is already looking
Joe
good. Now
double
it's down to
dinked him.
6 HP. They were going to throw in the showstopper
Yeah, they're not
just for
messing
good
around,
measure,
throwing
just
the
to make
ult. They
sure
know
they
that
get the job
they have to
done.
eco next.
It's now 10 rounds on
Pretty
the
much-
board
pretty
for
much the
Fnatic.
game in that one.
And although the ideas seem decent for KC,
Dude, how's he getting a double?
the
I'm sure.
execution just
That's
hasn't
nuts,
been there.
man.
Makes sense, I think, to use the showstopper here. It's not like we've seen KC being capable of hero plays, and it's online early enough that it's certainly worth the commit.
Jackie Boy,
Looking
thanks
at
so
what
much for
they
the prime.
have for
Appreciate
the
the
next
14
over
months.
next couple rounds. Ults are going to come online.
Strolled
They've
up,
got a
yeah, he just
very
strolled up.
stacked-
Free hatchets to Gecko, bro.
Yeah, he dinks them all through the
Very
wall.
stacked economy in play in terms of ults for the Fnatic side, so I don't mind throwing that through. For KC, a timeout pulled into play as this round won't look nearly as strong for them in terms of credits. Their economy, whether ults or weapons, looking low as Fnatic breach double digits.
Hang at least seems pretty calm.
Well, have you ever seen the contrary?
That's not the point. I have, it's just not Aang, it's other people. But yeah, 10-5 down on your own map choice. I think Fnatic starting off this half strong as well. And as said, like in a couple of rounds now, it feels like you had the setup on one side and you forced them into the other players. and then you lose a fight to a singular sheriff, or you don't plant the spike, or
Hey, 5 people that can get one shot.
A lot of errors, and sure, like a lot of them have been minute. Like it's not like, oh, he's just whiffed a full spray or something like awful. But
The
it's
errors?
enough
Oh,
that
K-Corp
you
have
give that to
so
Fnatic and
many
they run away with the
mistakes
game.
that have cost
And
them
that's
rounds
what
at
it
the
feels
moment.
like right now. 10-5 up.
It should be
They've
such a
not
close
really
game.
been
It should be.
uncomfortable
This map
throughout,
should be
even though I
so
feel like the
close, and it's
composition
just
from
not
KC is
even.
incredibly awkward to play against. And my Alpha, he had a nasty shot last time. He's going to be careful this time, but it doesn't matter. Boaster, I feel like the towards the showers is his spot.
Without a doubt, he looks clean in there.
Where's the op? That's what I'm asking for. The Boaster operator.
The VOD review, yeah, the
offline.
VOD review is going to be pretty painful on this one for them.
Yeah,
pull it
The
out.
thing
It's
for K-Corp
historic.
is as well, this is a
I think
must
I like
win.
what Kayak's
Because
going for.
they got to go low to this
the
icebox.
double barrel op in this round when,
yeah,
when
the
no
two
one
best
is
maps of Fnatic.
working with those heavy shields.
You know, I'm just not a coward. I don't play things safe.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Right there.
I can see why they've been to more international events than you.
Should the Outlaw be nerfed? I mean, yeah, it's something
Playing,
we've said
yeah.
for years now.
I think playing
Pretty much since it came
I'd say
out, we've said it was too
confidently,
busted. We're slowly now starting
Double
to
digits
see
for
teams
Fnatic
use
looking
it.
to climb even
Comeback
higher.
was a
11
big
rounds
reason.
seemingly on the board
Well,
as
teams
it is
started
just
using it,
exit
at least in
plays and
EMEA.
going down to the spike. Understandable. You glance at the ult economy, and that's the man they don't want to give
It
one
just
to.
shoots too fast.
Already Nightfall online. Alpha comes in with another. And 11-5 is a very
How would you
hard
nerf it? I
position
would
for
slow the
KC to come
shooting
back into
speed
the
and I
game
would just
against,
do
especially with the
1-2-5.
momentum
So if
very
you
much in
clip
favor
someone
of
through the
Fnatic.
wall,
They've
you're
been
not
in
getting
full
kills
control
with
of this
light armor.
attacking half.
And it's so flawless to boot. Like they're gonna keep themselves, as they did in the first half, with an incredibly strong economy. They had a 5-round streak there, and even though we saw this back and
Mexi,
forth of rounds like,
right? Or
going either
Mez,
way, it didn't matter. They
even
always
with
had
the
economy,
10.
and they've set
Sorry, with the
themselves
prime.
up here.
Think of
Even
the
if
5
KC
rounds.
mount a bit of a
I've struggled
comeback,
so much with your name.
breaking them is going to be so incredibly difficult.
Apologize.
And as you mentioned, other than that showstopper that was used,
Fade
they haven't had to
eye
use any of
drops
those
in,
ults
they
yet.
shoot it. Fish all.
KC, on the other hand, may have to use their ultimates. A Thrash online to start this round out.
Dude, 2 people that can
Maybe
still get
too
1 shot.
early. With time to use it running out. Martin sees nothing. Players may have fallen back from the flash. Now is not the time to go pushing down, and it's a good job. Makes the decision to fall back.
Whoa.
Chronicle's being spammed down to 10 HP.
He's going to get 3 this round.
Bomb buddy
Yeah,
out.
if history is anything to say about it, I thought Kayak might have been dead to rights there.
Yeah, big Joe for Alpha coming up. Honestly, at 11-5, you might just swing
Playing
this.
very passive on the other side, starting to get aggressive. Sugetsu will win the initial fight. Crashies had found one on the other side of the map. They
Right.
managed to bait
Look
out
at some
the
of
wall
these
already, but there
HPs.
is a plethora of
Super
utility
doable
still
for
sat on
Fnatic.
the other side. The problem thus far is that Elite has gone down before most of it gets activated, but this time the crossfire is solid. They have missed out on one player though. Maybe not the player you want to miss out on, but Sugetsu stands strong. It's a 6th round at least for
Close one,
KC,
though.
but still
was a
a
close
mountain
round.
to climb.
Oh, without a doubt, an uphill battle ahead of them. Plenty of ults coming online for them, but their opponents will not be far behind. And the problem is, for Fnatic, saving up this ult economy, dumping it into a round, well, that is going to get them within swinging
Weird question, but is there
distance
any map
of
change on
closing
any
out
map
this
you would
And let's
make?
not forget,
Ah,
this
dude,
is
I would change
KC's map pick.
pretty much
Battleground that they chose
70% of the
against
maps.
Fnatic. They now need
Is there
5
any
in a
map
row
full
just to
change
put
you would
things
change?
even.
Yeah,
Fnatic not the
I
kind
would
of team
change.
that typically, certainly not
answer
what
to
they're
that is
known
just
for.
yes, man.
Losing out on those leads, it's more coming
a
back
solid
from
yes.
behind. See if they can close this out.
Heretics recently did prove it was possible. It's definitely not.
Is there
likely.
any map you wouldn't change? I think Haven's pretty good. I
Standoff.
genuinely think Ascent's pretty good for
in
pro
the early
play.
round? KC with a few ults they can use to try and correct, and Alfie are actually playing the KO operator. It's not something I'd necessarily expect to see, especially with a operator player of Boaster's prowess on the server. Kind of expected the Ash drop to be in play, but you know, still disappointed. Seems like Chronicle, though, is about to come under some serious pressure. 3 players already
Flash.
setting up. A couple
Wow,
of
the
flashes.
double
One of them
flash.
didn't quite
Wow,
connect, though. I don't
Aves
think they
bailed and
expected
the
him to
rest
be that
stuck.
close, and that definitely played in his favor. He can shoot the first, and what Crashies is not one to just sit still and wait. He has taken space and opened up B.
Yeah, as soon as Astra pops that stun on your run back, you know that you're in
Nice
trouble.
shot.
Someone was there to hear him, but Alpha trying to send that lurk up through A, despite it being a 4v2. He'll lose his life.
Yeah, I mean,
Down
just
and
swing
out
off
of
of
this round
Kayak's
for the
contacts
attempted
here.
flank, and KC with an opportunity if they can find this pick, but the trade comes in so quickly from Crashies. Now a plant will be secured.
He's going to let him know he's going to take the TP.
Unlikely to be used,
It's impossible
but
to win.
they know where that player's coming from.
He has
They've
Astral,
still got
but
stars to play with and a Nightfall.
This is the tough thing, yeah. Nightfall, full belt of utility for Crashies. Stars can be
Really
put
nice
into
from
play.
Boaster.
This is such a difficult post spawn to try and get in from. Sugetsu has managed to bypass a lot, but then he's caught by the seas. Left on just 1 HP.
yeah, it seems given the sound cue in a 1v2, you can't win that.
Is the one
Okay,
that
6 chances.
took the space, took the trades, and will be there to close out the round. 12 and 6. Seemed like more of a blip than a comeback. Now KC are going to have to find 6 rounds in a row. They still have the ultimate, but I think the bigger problem is the
How's
economy.
Grove been so far? It's been pretty fun to
hasn't
watch.
gone with it.
Nice killing, Kai. You're feeling it.
I killed one. But thank you.
I think it's
One
a,
away
I
from
think
the
it's a
pit.
good map, apart from the
Alpha
wall.
just went away as well. You know, you look at this situation for KC. Yes, they have the ult advantage starting the round. That may change throughout the course of this. But also, if KC dump all their ults and win a round off of it, they've still got to make a big play back into
They
this
got
game.
so
a
many
big
ults.
push.
Start using them.
Fnatic, they can throw them all. If they win, they close the game. If they lose, they can build them back up again and fight back in later. This is extremely difficult scenario for KC. Now, okay, drone's going to go through, but unless it gets the suppress, Martin will be able to just TP out of here. Burst gets a lot of damage in. Well, it's not actually that much. That looked like it was going to
Big
take
push down
Alpha
long, they might
very
both die.
low,
Hits
but
Chronicle.
he's barely got a lick of damage on him, and Chronicle hiding in this corner. They're not going to clear it. They're already looking the other way. This could be it. The nail in the coffin,
great
the last
shot.
perhaps, but a
I don't get why they're
nice
so
trade by Aves,
proactive
even
with a
the
double
pistol.
sentinel comp
Problem
that
is every
requires you to
time
default.
A piece of ground is gained, a piece of ground has been lost. Aves is well aware of it, though.
That's great shots, though.
Fantastic read from him. Those 2 kills could be the turning point of the round, and information also being found, though, but this time he is caught.
30 seconds
Martin knows where Alfier is. Hasn't quite spotted Boaster. In fact, Boaster maybe now being a little bit more hesitant. 20 seconds
they
left
got
on the
trips
clock.
here, though.
Both players
Face your fear.
looking to try and push forward, try and play
He
ahead.
ran into the
The
ult.
problem is,
One enemy.
that is where
shot.
that utility comes in. Alfie's caught 1, but
10
10 seconds
seconds
left. They have to make a move into the site. Boaster is going to be left alone, and while didn't see Martin run around the corner, they'll keep themselves alive
Right.
a little longer. And actually, they didn't really
5
have to
more
use
goes
any
of
of
it.
the ults in that round, so they've done quite well.
Yeah, those safety nets still there to fall back on. That's what we needed to see. If this round was won off of an ult dump, I'd have no faith in that comeback. But considering how it starts, that pick is everything. Aves gets a rifle out of that situation, taking it from the corpse of his teammate. The fact that they avoid going down after the Nightfall, that swing inside of Hookah going the way of KC, that cements the victory. 5 in a row for overtime on their map pick. We've certainly seen stranger things happen.
What's Boaster got? Oh, they got some
It is
great
that ult
ults, though.
economy of Fnatic that scares
Might
me.
want to
It's
wait
heating up round
1 more
by round.
rounds. We'll see.
Alpha now
Obviously,
has
if
his
the
to work
situation's
with.
good,
If
they'll
they get
start
on
ulting.
site, the pit will be there to play off of. If Chronicle doesn't go down early and already pressure
Ew,
put on Fnatic is to
oh,
run
yeah, we played
right
in lamps
into the
against
waiting
the
arms
tail.
of Fnatic. An opening pick, and the best that the remaining players can do is delay. The mosh pit will buy them some time, but
Dude, yeah,
Aves
they
will
knew
be
he
under
was there as
pressure,
well.
And Kayak will not
Dude, got the
let
2
up
kills,
that
got his
right
whole
one
Chronicles
by
just being a
Chronicle
turret.
again,
He is the
finding one,
Sentinel.
and this time he'll
Dude,
double up.
Fnatic owned them. There was some
Seemingly
shockers
closing
from
out the map.
K-Corp in this
A
game.
series still to be
So it's going to be a
played
very
for.
hard VOD
But
review.
unless Martin has a 1v5 up his sleeve, with 5
Well, he's
HP
got
left
5.
after the first, this one will have to be a reverse sweep for KC. Yeah, we could just
Run the title, go to the break. There's absolutely no chance he's going to be winning that one.
Yeah. Okay,
It's
nicely
a
done from Fnatic.
13-7. It felt at times that KC had opportunities.
They had
to
5
maybe turn
ults.
that one
If you
around,
talk about
but
K-Corp,
a few
yeah,
blips,
I don't really
Fnatic
know.
being on form,
I
they
don't
will
really
take
know what they
their
were doing
opponent's
here, man.
choice.
Yeah,
I
it's a
don't
few
think they've had much
stumbles from
practice on the map.
KC, and now they
I
may
think they
have
tried to
fallen
catch them
flat.
off,
Lotus,
and they were like, well,
Fnatic's pick
Fnatic
comes
hasn't
up
had much
next.
time to
We'll
practice.
see
We
if
haven't had much
KC
time
can
to practice.
bounce
We'll
back
just try it.
after the break.